Well, a wonderful good morning to you, Grenada, Carrick, Pretty Mountain, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, to you, wherever you are. It's 11 o'clock, well, here in the studios of Classic and across the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. And indeed, it's a pleasure being here with you on the televised edition of the Mid-Morning Buzz. It is Wednesday, the 9th day of the month of March, and the month, it is slowly marching on, isn't it? Welcome to our viewers, those of you on television, Channel 7, Channel 11, Channel 20 if you're in cable, or if you're joining us via the World Wide Web at www.gbn.gd, or you're following us via our Facebook feed or our YouTube channel. Indeed, it's a pleasure being here with you. I'm Joseph Cadore, you call me JC, and it's always a pleasure being here on any day of the week. Today's special in more ways than one. Not that the mid-morning is never ever special, besides the timeless classical music that we provide you. Today we have a quartet of four wonderful young ladies representing the TAMCC at different levels. And today this conversation comes on the heels of the fact that yesterday was International Women's Day. And certainly, if it's a conversation that becomes more timely, not just on the 8th of March, but certainly I think it's a conversation that we need to have every day in our lives. The sort of treatment we live in a society where there is less than questionable treatment, where we question the role that even I mean it collectively, because I'm not in the same category as some of you, the little animals that seem not to appreciate the value and virtue of our women. Let's get that clear. And I know my boy DJ Redmond, he loves and appreciate the role of women. And I often say it is difficult to understand why men would anyway devalue a woman. That's where we came from. Think about your mother. Think about your sister. And it's always why I wonder, why is it a lot of guys, you can't say anything bad about their sisters or their mothers, but yet they find it so easy to disrespect a woman. But today we're going to highlight some positives to it. So joining me this morning from the T.A.Marryshow Community College, I have we start with a trio. We start with Janicia Augustine, Lillian Bess, and Janelle Cyrus. And today we'll be talking music, academia, and everything else that you can possibly think about. And also joining me is a regular, I don't know, for some reason she looks really familiar. I don't know, it's the figment of my imagination, but she looks relatively familiar. I don't know. I could almost swear she's a former GBN employee, but maybe it's not. I don't know. It's me. My eyes playing tricks on me. Good morning, Trellona. How are you?
Good morning, Joseph. I'm fine.
See, it is actually you. I thought maybe I got it all wrong. Before we get into our young ladies, the purpose of having them, let's talk about TAMCC though. And what happens at TAMCC for maybe let's not assume somebody out there that's listening and TAMCC. Who's TAMCC? What do you do? What's the role of the TAMCC?
Okay, so the T.A.Marryshow Community College is the only locally owned, locally operated, it's our tertiary education institution. That's what I want a lot of your listeners to really take a moment to grasp. It's ours, as Grenadian people. So really our mission is to serve our Grenadian population.
Right.
We say TAMCC takes you from where you are to where you want to go. And that's really what we do here.
And I'm assuming that you offer a multiplicity of programs.
Absolutely. So currently our application period is open. The deadline is the 29th of April. So anybody who is interested in any of our programs, we offer so many, and we have quite a few new programs this year, actually. We have our environmental technology program. We have nutrition and dietetics. We offer the same programs we always offer: fashion and design, accounting technician, that's a new one as well, an associate degree in accounting technician. You can get that this year. Plumbing, really and truly, we have so many. You can always give us a call. You can check our website. You can go to www.tamcc.edu.gd, and you can check out our programs there. We have so much that we offer.
Do you offer music as well?
Well, music as a program, currently we do not offer music, not this year. However, if you are a musician or you have a taste for music, we do offer it in our extracurricular activities. And it's funny you should mention because the three young ladies today, Joseph, are all part of the college band. And they are very talented, very, very talented. I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard the college band play. But the first time I heard the college band play, I was surprised. I was blown away. These are young people who come together and they have a common passion, and it shows.
I want to tell you, I've never heard the college band play, but you have to blame Curl. It's her fault. It's not mine. Her fault. And I'm leaving it right there. Yeah? So
maybe we should invite you one evening.
Maybe one day you should invite me. Thank you, Trellona. Now I know exactly who my friends are. Yes, I thought I had other friends in this place, but obviously I've been lying to myself for quite a while. Anyway, Trellona, thanks a lot. I'm probably going to get back to you later on. But ladies and gentlemen, we have the queens and the stars of this morning's exercise. Janicia, Lillian, and Janelle. Ladies, good morning. Welcome to the Mid-Morning Buzz. How are you doing?
Morning. We're fine.
Wow. Well, you former convent girls? You sound like a real nice little choir. Good morning. Really? Oh, and that's what you guys got a synchronization for. Good morning. Talk to me. Listen, this is going to be a nice, light little chit chat. Tell me. So, if I meet you, Lady Bess, Lillian, and we start chit chatting, I say, hey, what's up? What's the first thing that actually comes to mind in terms of your likes, your interests, your passion? What drives you? Who are you?
I am a person that is really driven by music. I really love music, and that's one of the reasons why I indulge in it so much. So music is a really big part of my life, and I play it, I learn it, I make it, I actually write songs and produce them. So music is a big part of my life. I also really love sports, and I love learning new things and keeping up to date with what's happening in society. So I'm also a very big news person. I watch the news a lot. But that's really me. I really love music, sports, science, and different things like that. So that's really Lillian.
So West Indies is playing whom right now?
I am not sure, actually.
That was just a rough year. Don't actually worry too much about it. That's just me being mischievous as usual. No, that's fine. But for all you cricketing fans, in case you're wondering, West Indies versus England, the first test, in the session one, where West Indies won, England won the test and up to the bat. They counted 305 for 8. It is day 2. Session number 1. So we got that out of the way. Lady Augustine, a little blackbird says to me, you have music in your veins. That's what you do. That's who you are. It's no escaping you. Is that true?
Yes, it is, Joseph. Let's just say I have a lot of family members in the music industry in Grenada. A well-known one, Rita Augustine. But let's talk more about me. I would say I started maybe at a young age. So let's just say music was always a thing for me growing up. So yeah, it's there. I bleed music.
Ooh. She bleed music. I like that. She bleed music. And my dear Lady Cyrus, I would not put, since you came on, you've been holding the guitar and you're ready to strum. I get the sense that you tell yourself, you know what, COVID has had us in a dull drum for quite a while. You're ready to rock this place.
Yeah, I am, but a little about me, well, unlike the others, I haven't been in music that long, right? I recently just started playing the bass guitar. I've been a singer though for like my whole life. Not
Okay.
whole there, but my whole life I've been singing. And yeah, well, I like to read and stuff like that.
Right.
Unlike the others, I bleed music, of course. I have a passion for it. I live music.
Nice.
I don't write music, I live music, and that's just it.
What's your favorite genre of music? What's your any specific interests?
No, I'm diverse. I love everything. Every single genre, everything.
Right.
Try to get my
Okay. So you guys bleed and live music. That's what you do. Are we agreed on this? We agreed, right?
Very much, sir.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep quiet for a minute and a half. Wow me.
Okay.
Right.
Come on. If that's what you do, wow me. Grenada awaits.
Okay, that way.
And for those of you that's probably just joining us, this is a segment of the TAMCC band that's going to be entertaining us in just a while. Let's go, ladies.
Don't know how, but you did it. Not knowing how we'll get through this test. Holding on to faith you know best. Nothing can catch you by surprise. You got this figured out. Watching us now. When it looks as if we can't win, wrap us in your arms and step in. And everything we need you supply. You got this in control. And now we know that you made a way. When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over. You made a way. And we're standing here only because you made. And we're standing here only because you made. And we're standing here only because you made.
Oh my Lord. Beautiful. It is totally, it just felt so serene. And it's just the three of you, but you sung, you are a reflection of the band itself. Listen, I got Rita, you're my girl, but from now on, you know what? I'm going to your junior version. You know what? Rita just got left. She just got left. Mommy just got left. She just got left. You just got left. So let's talk about it, ladies. Music, though, and I'm coming on the heels of the fact that yesterday was International Women's Day. Music traditionally has been a man's world. But how does it feel to literally be making your mark in this current construct in a field that was traditionally dominated by men, and use young women putting your own stamp, crafting your own niche? How does it feel?
Personally, I really think it's an amazing thing to see, because to see that there was so much male domination in a field like music, which is a gift for everyone in the world. I think it's really good that we're seeing a lot more women coming forward and doing things. Like Janelle is playing the bass, something you don't really see much women playing, and I play keyboard, which is something a bit more on both sides. But to see something like this and to see a lot more women coming forward and playing guitars and playing basses and playing all kinds of different instruments and coming to the forefront of this realm is really good to see, because I believe strongly in equality, and I think that equality for all, both men and women, is very important, because we're all put on this earth and we're made equal, so I think that having the chance now to really show that and to come forward and really just live that and be in the realm of music as women and strong women and doing that, I think is a really good thing. And I'm really happy that we are afforded the opportunity to do that now, because a few hundred years ago, 100 years ago, we couldn't do some of the things that we have the privilege to do right now, like get an education freely, vote freely,
Right.
So I'm really happy that I'm seeing a lot of this progression. And that's really how I feel about it. I'm really happy to see that kind of progression happening in our society.
Progression, no doubt, Janelle, that very often your male counterparts seem and very often have a difficulty accepting because they see it as you competing against them. Is that the way you feel? Do you see it as a competition, or do you see it as you, Janelle Cyrus, establishing your own identity in this world?
Yeah, that's how I see it. I don't see it as a competition, right? Because I believe that everybody has their own likes and their own dislikes. So gender shouldn't really tell you what you can or can't do, right? So I see it as just me, yeah, as you said, my own identity, because this is just me, my passion showing through what I play and how I sing, right? So whether it's being male or female, it doesn't matter to me. It's just me doing what I love when I love it.
Janicia, you what do you play? Do you play an instrument?
I used to play guitar.
What is the feedback? Because very often I hear women would make the argument that the hindrance to progress is not often, is many times, is not their male counterparts, but women, your colleagues who seem to think, why are you going there? You get that sense. Is that what has your experience been like?
It's been a very, how to put it, a very scary experience, and I would say, because growing up, I was never the one to go up there. I didn't like huge crowds. I was just for myself. So I mean, going out there now, getting the experience is really good. But once again, going back to the gender equality, a lot of males, I have a lot of male friends in the industry. And to me, I'm all for the gender equality because everyone is equal. I wouldn't say everyone is equal, but everyone has equal rights and equal opportunities to do whatever you love, whatever passion. So, yeah.
One of the challenges that there is to society is the issue of violence against women and young girls. That is an everyday conversation, and it's become a topic of conversation every day. Your thoughts, Dot? How do we break this? Is this something, Lillian, that we can look in the face and address this on an open plane and says, listen, this scourge must end, and it must end now? Is it a fight that can be won? Lillian?
I personally think that if we report a lot of what is happening, because it is sometimes a traumatic experience for some people to come forward and report what's happening. If persons report what's happening and ensure that they get help, and they do that in every single instance, I do think that this issue can be remedied. Now, I'm not sure it can be totally cured or abolished, because there would be things that would happen that we can't control, but I think if we come forward, if by we I mean if persons that are victims come forward more, and if there's more awareness to persons who may perpetrate, I think the instance of those types of incidences, I should say, would diminish greatly. But I think it's not something that could just be abolished, but I think it can greatly be reduced if we report. It's really important, I think, to report and to also raise awareness to these types of things, so that person understand, what is right, what is wrong, to not cross any boundaries, cross any lines, and so forth. So I think knowing those things, and then also spreading awareness to victims as well, for them to report what's happening so they can get help and for it to be remedied, I think is very important.
What do you think, Janelle, is the role of the home and parents in being able to create that awareness, that sense of appreciation and values in children? Because very often people seem to think it starts at home. Do you agree with that? And what do you see the role of the parents as being in addressing this scourge?
Right. So I believe it starts at home. It all starts with how the father treats the mother, right? Or how the father treats his mother, right? Children tend to gravitate to what they see, and they tend to learn off of experiences or what they view from other people, right? So if a father does not treat the mother with respect or doesn't treat his mother with respect, right, then the son would automatically think, okay, well, this is the way of life and this is how it's supposed to be. Let me give you an example, right? Fathers are, well, they have this stereotype, I should say, that they are the breadwinners of the family, right? So the son, now he would see that, and like if the father doesn't allow the wife, the husband doesn't allow the wife to make certain choices in the household or like go to work, then the son would automatically believe, okay, that's the way of life and that's how it's supposed to be. So I would not want my wife to go making choices or to go have a job, right? And I would also say too, it all depends on how the brother treats his sister, right? Because I don't think they would want any other boy to treat their sister in a certain way, but yet they still do it, right? They still do it. So the father has to step in and show that, hey, this is how you're supposed to treat your sister, and how you treat your sister would reflect how you treat your wife or any random girl you see on the street, right? So I would say yes, it does stem from home, but also society has a part to play in this as well, because children don't spend their whole day at home, if you get what I mean. Right? When they go out to school, how the teachers are treated, it shows, and then it would automatically result in what they do afterwards.
I've often made the point, ladies, that there is a hypocrisy in society and a double standard that exists, whereby the very society that would that is against domestic violence, against the division, is the very society that creates this double tier in society, where men and women, they seem as though they're given a different rites of passage and how they should behave and what they should do. So, for instance, if a man has 2-3 individuals in his life, he's seen as the dapper, the don, the real deal. If a woman is involved in that kind of lifestyle, there is the most derogative things that can be said about who she is. What's your thoughts about that, Janicia?
Honestly, I hate it. To me, right? Look, as you said, with the males, you have 3-4 girls, women talking to, and you're the best thing walking down the streets. Your boys hailing you up, girls see you as this. And then for a lady, it's something else. No, and it's not even in that situation. I think that society has a way of doing a lot more. Let's talk about it's not really that stereotype, but in the sense that you're talking about, let's say work with P, that type.
Right.
A male working as a manager or something, or as an employee, they would get more money in a sense. And then there's a lady doing the same amount of work. Everything a male is doing, she's doing it the same and will get less pay. Like, to me, I think it's something in society that needs to change, because the world is evolving.
Right.
Society needs to establish that the world is evolving, yes, things are changing, and there are certain things that you have to live with and you just have to accept. You don't want to accept it, you don't have to show that you don't accept it, but you have to accept it. It's something that is not going to change over time. It's here to stay, and you just have to work with that. I mean, I don't like to see it, I don't like to hear it, and I think, it's something that needs to be worked on.
What role do you see music and education playing in changing those dimensions that we've spoken about? Lillian?
I think that education and music have a large role in propelling women as well. I mean, everyone. I'm really for equality, so I'm not just going to, big up the women and not big up the men at all, because it's equality we're fighting for here, not to be superior, not superiority at all. So I think that getting a good education and also being well-rounded, not only in just music and just having interest in different things, having a holistic education and being a whole individual rather than just, being in your books and stuff like that is a very important part of being an individual and going out into either applying for university, going into the workplace, going into society as a human being, So I think it's very important for both genders, actually, because we're definitely not fighting for superiority. We want to be equal. So I think it's very important for both men and women to take education and other interests and so that they can become a whole individual seriously, so that opportunities and so can be opened up in the future, and that they can have a quality of life that is nice for them.
Nice. Music changing the world. For those of you that just joining me, live with me right now is Janice, Augustine, Lillian Bess, and Janelle Cyrus. Yeah, I tell you, those ladies, according to me, young people, they bad like that. ladies, we're talking music, entertainment, we're talking equality, gender, and all. But for those of you that's probably just wonder, yeah, they are a lot more than just wonderful, intelligent girls. You see how Janelle there, as you're waiting to strum. Do you know you're waiting to strum something, right? I know. And I'm just holding you back, am I not? Okay, ladies, warm me up. Give me something to warm me. I want a little reggae something. What can you offer me? Yeah, bass lady. Yeah, touch it for me. You not ready for a reggae? Cole should have tell you all you know. I was just going to throw something at you all. Okay. So hold on, Ned. So am I getting a reggae something?
Can we practice?
No. So hold on. So okay. So give me something that you have already practiced. Give me something that you already practiced. We keep it rising the clock. 26 minutes gone past the hour in the morning time, and we're looking at a cross section of the TAMCC music band. And with me this morning is Janice Augustine, Lillian Bess, and Janelle Cyrus. Ladies, when you're ready.
Let's alone goodbye. Sing words. No final kiss to seal anything. I have no idea the day we wait. And when we think of heart and a bitterness, a wonder night, heaviness in my head. Don't you remember? Don't you remember the reason you love me? Please remember me once more.
Nice, excellent. I wonder what kind of bass lady, if I ask the bass lady to strum me something on her own. You think, Janine, you ready? You can handle that?
Can handle it.
She can handle it?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. So, Janelle, you will start on the bass, right? You're gonna start on the bass. Then Lillian, you'll kick in on the keyboard. Yeah? You're kicking on the keyboard about 20 or so seconds later. And Janice, you'll kick in with the vocals thereafter. So, I'll give you the cue. Let's go. Bass lady.
Okay.
Just give them a rhythm. Just give them a rhythm. And for those of you that's on radio, of course, certainly we'll be hearing, they're just warming up female musicians from the TAMCC. Or am I making this too hard for you?
I give you what I needed. I know what you like. I feel it coming. Time is of the essence. I try to teach you, but I'm gonna need some lessons. I need to give it all. I try to be, but I can't. I don't know why you're the one. Turn me out of my mind. You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Only you feel my body. Only you feel my body. You don't need no other body.
Okay. That was just me being mischievous, just throwing y'all on the spot. But let me ask you, ladies, while we're on the subject of equality, and we highlighted the fact. Am I going to assume that each of you do you have brothers?
Yeah.
Right. So very often the challenge, though, some have argued, what would the message be to your brother, Lillian? Okay. Ginny look as though she said, well, Papa Bajay, better is Lillian and not Mary. What would you say to your brother? Because I've seen it in cases where the very women that's asking for equality, they do sit and they allow and they encourage their brothers, and they have an opportunity to make a difference by saying to their brothers, listen, this is not the way I want you to behave. What would the message be to your brother if you get an opportunity for you to start this conversation with him about equality, respect for women?
Okay. What I would say to him is that he should grow up and he should respect everyone. I mean, not just respect his male counterparts, but respect the females as well, and give everybody that same respect and just treat them nicely, treat them how you would want to be treated, and just go around being an individual that is around to help and so, and not be prejudiced, So just respect for both genders, respect for not only his male counterparts, but the female ones as well, and just to be an individual that is willing to help, and so no matter the person or the situation.
Janisa, are you concerned, are you worried that a lot of the stats have showed that there seem to be an increasing number of, even at the tertiary level, where there's almost a 3-to-1 ratio, female to male, when it comes to advancements in education? It seems as though the women, they're going full speed ahead, whereas your male counterparts, seem to be wandering in this revolving quagmire this state of suspended animation going nowhere. Is that a concern to you, Janicia?
Yes, it is a big concern. But I would say once again, it comes from the home. It comes from teachers doing their parts in getting them to where they need to be. And to me, a lot of school children are not going anywhere. I don't know. Yes, everyone has their problems in the home and all of that, but it comes to not just, I shouldn't say the teachers and parents, but it comes to the child as well, doing their parts in getting themselves to where they want to be in the future. I mean, for example, say you want to be a doctor in the future, and you're sitting, you're doing work, but you find you're not going anywhere. I feel like you should talk to your parents, talk to your teachers, talk to yourself and be like, you could do this. If we want to, this is the goal we want to reach, and do it. But yes, it is concerning to me.
Janelle?
Let me add to that. Okay, so I believe it's a mindset, right? It's a mindset. I feel like the males are now looking at the females because this equality thing has not just started, it's been here for a while. And it's now clear to see that we're actually going places right now, right? So the males, I feel like they know, I don't know if it's an ego thing, that they just want to sit back and relax and like, okay, let the females take over, they're fighting for equality, so let them just take over. But it is concerning. It's very concerning to see that, you know, the standard that they once held proud of, they just letting it go. Just letting it go and just let the females take over. It's equality. We don't want superiority, we want equality. So we would expect for y'all to challenge us in a sense. Let us show that we are not less than or more than y'all. We are equal.
Indeed. We're running out of time, but certainly I would be remiss if we don't talk about this particular one. And I think it's been making the rounds on social media. That ever increasing and growing sense of violence among school children. Lillian, for me, it is painstakingly difficult for me to even look at it. What do you think? What's your thoughts, though? What's going wrong? What's happening to our school children?
I'm not sure exactly how I should address that, but generally, I just think that we all have a part to play, both children as well as supporters, being family and teachers and friends and so forth, to always encourage and do the right thing and just know what we are at school and know what we're at school to do, know our goals and know, what we are here to do, what is our purpose. So our purpose right now is to get a good education and to spend our time in school doing that and to uplift the ones around us. And if we are not doing that, I think it is our responsibility to try our best to tell, let's do a bit better. And so about that's what I really have to say. I think that we just have to try and encourage a culture of, help and just positivity. Positivity is a really big thing. I try to live by a philosophy of positivity. So I just really think that right now, that's what we are in school to do, to be positive human beings and to get a good education. And if we're not doing that, hopefully there are persons around us. And personally, I think also that introspection is good. So I hope that if we do slip up, or if someone does slip up, we introspect and the persons around us can say, let's be positive and let's stop that and let's do what we have to do because we are here to do what we have to do. So that's what I have to say about that.
Interesting that you said that. I remember years when I was at the GBSS, I've always said, and you've heard teachers say that, my principal then, Mr. Ashby, always said, you're in school for one and only one purpose. Nobody's supposed to be telling you what to do when you're in school. If you're in school, you're expected to behave as a student. Wait until you're growing up. And if you wait, but one of the challenges we've had in recent times, though, Janelle, teenage pregnancy and the erosion of the family structure. Years ago, there was the extended family. The nuclear family was there. Now, most household, 80 plus percent, is run more by single parents who in many cases have not, if you ask me, my thoughts, they have not even found themselves in life yet. Do you think, how much of a factor do you think that is in contributing to that decadence, that decay, that breakdown in discipline that we've seen in society?
Okay, well, for the single, I'll more focus on the single household.
Yeah.
Right, household. So as a child, right, you need both parents, right? Now, each parent has a specific role they play towards that child, right? The father sets a more, how should I say this, a more dominant, the fathers are more disciplinarians, right? That's what they are. And the mother will, caregiver, that. Yes, right. So growing up in a single household, that means they lack one or the other, right? Now, most times, statistics shows that there's mainly single mothers, or I should say back then, right? Now, there's a uprising of single fathers coming up, right? And now the child is at a loss, right? In a single household where the mother is the caregiver, the breadwinner, everything, they lack that disciplinarian factor. And so they don't have that, I don't want to say they don't have that training because, mind you, these parents, they are strong.
Right.
They fulfill both roles, and I just love to see it, right? But children need that two factors, two parents, they need it, right? Because that way they grow up as they should, right? They don't want them to be lacking, let's say, care, right? You can tell when a child they lack something in life, right? And when you do background checks, you see what they lack. And the teenage pregnancy, that is a result of it as well, because some single parents, some single parents, they are single parents because of teenage pregnancy, right? They got pregnant at a young age, and the child is seeing that and they think, oh, it's okay. So then the cycle continues. They go and they get pregnant, and then they they become a single parent.
Quite interesting.
And they don't have the guy.
Wow, I wonder why Cole took so long to have you guys join me on the mid-morning. We went under the time. It is 19 minutes on to the hour. Reminding you folks at the top of the hour is the luncheon edition, a production of our News and Current Affairs Department, and will be presented by Chrisline and John. I wanted to touch two subject matters that we're going to morph into one, though, as we move on. Alcohol. That glorification of alcohol, the consumption of alcohol among young people. I know I'm looking across all spectrums, and that seeming culture where sex and alcohol becomes glorified, and for young people, they think, if I don't get involved in this particular kind of lifestyle, I don't fit in. Your thoughts, ladies? I'm going to give you a minute and a half each, starting with you, Janicia. Your thoughts?
Okay. My thoughts about alcohol, sex, and this. Okay. Awareness, yes, it is this. Okay, you're the done. If I don't do what my friends doing, I'm weak, or I don't want. I think it's a matter of fitting in. Or it's also a matter of how you grow up.
Okay.
Because some persons grow up seeing parents consuming alcohol and thinking, okay, it's normal. This is something I have to do. Then they started, and then their friends see, the friends join, and it's just this cycle that goes on. It's like what is called not Peter P football, but one monkey see, monkey do.
The revolving door. Yeah.
Right. So it's like that, and. Is something that needs to stop. Is something that has to stop, not just from the child, but from the home, and also it's a mindset. Because if you put your mind to, let's say, drugs, yes, drugs are addicting. It's something that you always want to go back to. But if you have the mindset, okay, I have to stop. This is bad for my health. I put my mindset and I say, okay, I'm going to stop.
I'm gonna do this.
The next day, somebody else does it, and you have the urge to do it again. You think back. This is the goal. I have to stop. And I think it all comes with a mindset. Yes, you want to be, yes, you want your friends to talk to you. Yes, you want to be that big top of the class person. But at the same time, think about your health, mindset, goals, what you want to do, where you want to go. And it all comes back to that. So that's my opinion.
Oh, by the way, while I'm running through this, we have a final. You guys have to give me one for the road, eh? I hope you all didn't think you all dodging me. Nobody dodging me today. It's one for the road. Janelle, your thoughts?
Yeah. I believe it's all about fitting in and peer pressure. Right. I say strongly peer pressure because some children, I don't think like they want to do it, but because they want to fit in, and their peers are making them feel like they're less of a person. If they don't do that, then they will do it. You know, I feel like Janicia covered everything, so I'm gonna just state this point there because it wasn't said. So it's a mindset.
So I'm assuming, Lillian, it would be fair to conclude that the challenges and the shortcomings we see in society, it goes down, it seems to point directly to a breakdown and a failure that goes right back to the home.
Well, I personally would not say that in all cases, but some isolated cases, yes, that is the case. I would not want to say that happens in every case at all, because a lot of times, as both Janicia and Janelle just said, peer pressure is something that really affects students as well. So I don't want to say it stems from the home and leave that as the sole purpose of anything at all, because persons have different purposes for doing different things.
Right.
They will be influenced by a lot of different things they see. Social media may be one as well. Not only their friends in real life, you know, people online, the rappers and stars, and so that they see online, they live this glorified life with all of these substances and so around them, and they think this is what this person is doing, they're fine, and you know. So I think it doesn't just stem from the home, it stems in a lot of different areas. So I would want to conclude that it just stems from the home in a lot of different areas, but I think we just have to be strong as a society to know what's the right thing and push what's the right thing, so we can have a healthy behavioral and healthy in terms of body society. Yeah.
Ladies, you I think Lillian, you summed it up quite well, that it is a problem that is highlighted on multiple fronts, and I'm agreeing that a solution, it must be a multi-pronged approach, where we look at the family, the role of school, education, society in a whole. It will continue to be the whole adage that it takes a village to raise a child. And I often say, I don't think peer pressure is the problem. Peer pressure is good. I think the question is up here. Are we strong enough to say, for Janicia to say, I'm not going to do this? For Lillian to say, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead, but I'm not going to do this. For JC to say, you know what? It is okay. It makes you hip, but I'm not going to do this. Yeah, and I think it's about being strong mentally, and I would want to encourage you to keep good friends as well, because very often that's where the challenge comes in. If you find yourself in the wrong group of company, then it makes for a disastrous end. Ladies, indeed, it was a pleasure. A real pleasure speaking with you. I'm really looking forward to another occasion. Trellona, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
You there? Okay, good. Goodbye. Right. Just wanted to say goodbye to you. I'm just joking. What advice, though, as a young lady in the Trellona? I'm going to give you 30 seconds because I've overstayed my time. You know I have to get out. An advice, 30 seconds. A young lady out there, career driven, she wants to do this, but she's still vacillated. What's the advice to her?
Okay, I would advise as these young ladies have said, it is a mindset. You have to stay focused, and sometimes it's easy to stay focused, but when life throws things at you, sometimes it becomes a little difficult. So to stay on the path. But I have to say, listen. It would be difficult. It's a hard road, but at the end of the day, it is all worth it. You want to get to that point where you can look back and say, I have overcome certain things, and look at where I am today. Don't let anything prevent you from getting to that end goal.
Indeed, it's not an easy road. That was a voice there for those of listening. That's the Corporate Communications Officer at TAMCC, Trellona Charles. The other three voices you heard and seen, Janicia, Augustine, Lillian Bess, and Janelle Cyrus. Ladies, it was a pleasure, a real delightful pleasure being here with you. But certainly I would be remiss if you think we're going to end this discourse with you not giving me a little... Come on. Give me something to get my enzymes all worked up for lunch. One for the road. Anything. Give me a soaker. You have a soaker in the bag? No? Did you have a soaker in the bag? Come on, give me a soaker. Let's do this. 11 minutes on to the hour, folks. The midday edition comes up at the top of the hour. Ladies.
Make you stronger now. But Lord, I can't take that dirty ways no longer now. I'm sorry you and notice, but I have money and progress. If you have ulterior motives, then you Lord and glad. Don't call me. I don't want them people calling me. I want a different vibe, and you want some different vibe. Wow. Don't call me. No. Say if I have to risk my peace of mind now. Tell the devil you look, but you ain't find me. I'm not where you want to be. Don't go. So please don't try to hang me. Oh no. Cause 2020 was fresh already. And I ain't losing no sleep for nobody. I don't know if you ain't noticed, but I am money and progress. If you ever see your motives, if you want it, don't call me. I don't want your people call me. I have different vibes, and you have some different vibes. So don't call me. And you have different vibes. It's a big way. It's a big way.
Indeed, thank you, ladies. Wonderful. Janicia, Augustine, Lillian Bess, and Janelle Cyrus. Just when you get just a sampling of all the TAMCC them group that they can offer. Yeah? Any questions, any queries, give the TAMCC a call, 440-1389. Yeah, yes, same number. I remember it. 440-1389. To you folks on television, I'm getting ready to send you back to Master Control. You go back to regular programming. To the wonderful folks that is on radio. The Luncheon Edition comes up at the top of the hour. It's a production of our News and Current Affairs Department. As I say to you every day, I want you to encourage you to live life and love life. Treat each day as you shall last day on planet Earth. You live and you're still here. Continue to live in. Reminding JC loves you. Have yourself a really great one. Great day. All the best. Lunch is next. And again, to you wonderful folks at TAMCC, remind you that the sky is the limit. If you can believe it, you can achieve it, ladies. All the best to you. You take care. One love.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.